Hello and welcome back to the Misfits podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by Senor Cream. He says, my dad's been drinking and smoking for 44 years now.
Hey!
44 years of
That's crazy.
consistent drinking and
That's
smoking.
radical, dude. What a cool dad.
Speaking of drinking and smoking, I'm joined today by my co-host, Swagger Sauce,
Hey, just smoking.
Zuckles,
What's going on?
Jay, a.k.a.
I'm an
McCreamy,
alcoholic.
and of course, Toby on the telly.
Hi, I'm Toby on the
And
telly.
of course, again, a very special guest. It's Raj Patel.
Thank you.
From Twitch.
Yay!
Raj.
Raj, what's going on, buddy?
You know, nothing much, man. I'm just chilling here in LA. I just
Yeah.
got here yesterday, and yeah, just excited to do the podcast.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a big Misfits fan.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
I've
mean,
had
thank
many
you.
of you on my show, so
that's right.
now it's my turn to pay. You know,
Pay us back.
Yeah.
Pay us back. A few of us have been on the Raj Patel show, myself, Swagger, and Mason was kind
Mason
of
was on
kind of
my
on it.
show.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on Swag show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tension between you guys. You didn't-
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he was vying for my love,
yeah.
which I appreciate.
For those of you who may not know about your show, would you care to explain
Yeah.
what the Raj is and what Raj Patel does on
Yeah.
Twitch?
So I run multiple different shows, kind of in like the reality TV sort of realm. You know, I got a lot of dating stuff. I have a podcast, but it's basically, you know, the ones that maybe your guys' fans would be most familiar with are like the dating shows. So I got a show called The Rajj, where it's one guy and 10 girls, and he has to eliminate one of them every 20 minutes until he hopefully chooses the love of his life, right? I mean, love of his life, you know?
On Twitch.
But what's the twist? The twist is
The twist. So there's a
Yeah.
twist. So like each one of the, I don't know how familiar people are with Twitch.
Well, so a lot of people will be, but yeah.
Okay, so they can pick love or host before the show. Each one of the contestants picks love or host. So you, as a Rajjlerette, they have to navigate these eliminations while trying to eliminate people that chose host.
Yeah.
You know, or
Right.
I'm sorry, eliminate people that chose. Yeah, you want to.
Yeah,
He's
you
trying to
wanna
find out
eliminate-
whether the girl is like actually trying to, find love with you, or if they're trying
Yeah.
to get some viewers by getting a host at the end.
Exactly.
And the host is basically all the viewers that are watching Raj's stream get dumped onto the person.
Yeah, and if
immediately
if
after.
you as the Rajjler wins, then you get all the viewers with the girl, like or
Yeah.
whatnot.
Get a little
Like,
stream
double
day.
whammy.
Stream
yeah, that's
day.
right.
A little cute stream.
That's
day.
right. Yeah.
How many viewers does the show average? It's pretty. up
It
there, I'd say.
depends, you know. Like I'd say, anywhere between 20 to peaks get up. We've had a show as big as 50,000.
Wow.
Crazy.
Man, good on you.
Whose
Yeah.
was that? Was that Soda's?
Soda Poppin', yeah.
Yes.
Chance
Okay.
killed it. It was an amazing show. 50,000 viewers, and then but they usually probably average between 20 and 30. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Damn.
Very cool.
30,000, yeah.
That's a lot of people.
My
Yeah.
favorites, Miskiff and Soda. They were so good.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are awesome ones. I mean, and then Soda, I think he ended up choosing Casey Tron, who opened. She had like pitched this whole thing where she was going to open up a restaurant with him, and yeah, Casey's been on many different shows after that. So their relationship, I don't
She's
think
very
worked out.
entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Casey's a gem.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself like in this position as host of this very popular like lovers reality TV show on Twitch? Like, what made you want to get into that? And
Oh man.
you've had quite a journey on the platform.
Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Yeah. Or should we start from the beginning? Because I don't know if there's that many places that people can find like your entire story on Twitch
Yeah.
in one place.
No.
So this could be a good place to break it down and just get it out there if you're okay with
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm okay with
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah, okay. So I started in 2013. It was. I started 2013, way back in the day.
That sounds like so recent, but it's not. It's like
It's not.
7
It's
years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
7 years ago, I was in college, and I started actually on YouTube a little bit. I did some YouTube stuff, but I started in the RuneScape community. So
Yes, sir.
old school.
OSRS.
Yeah, OSRS. Right when the petition came out, and everybody
Yeah.
was super excited about it. And I used to be really involved in this, the pure clanning community. And through that, I kind of started a little YouTube channel, and then Twitch started to get popular, and I moved over to Twitch and kind of started building a following in RuneScape.
Yeah, well, Jay was massive into RuneScape back in
Yeah,
the day. And
well-
were you actually pretty familiar with
Oh,
Raj's
I was
stream?
huge. I was a massive fan of Raj back in the day.
Did you know that? Or did you get
I had
to-
no idea. So we
Yeah.
were in Boston, and he comes up to me
Yeah.
like, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, oh, I'm going to meet the Misfits,
Right.
I'm trying to,
I was nervous. I was like, because I've been watching Raj for like, it must be the better part of 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, oh my God, I grew up watching this guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So did you guys bond over that in Boston? You guys have a
Yeah,
chat?
it
or-
was a
Yeah,
good
we
moment.
did. We really
Yeah.
bonded over it. Yeah,
Nice.
100%. And
That's
I
so cool.
think, did you have a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a friend that watched. I think you watched
Yeah,
it, didn't you?
I watched you with my friend from, like back in high school or whatever. Like we would just throw on your streams and just enjoy them. He was a way bigger fan than I was.
Yeah,
I
you didn't
watched.
like me, right?
No, I watched. It's just that I wasn't into as much into RuneScape as he was.
Yeah.
He was diehard into it. So yeah, he's been watching you since then. And I got him to go on FaceTime. Raj,
Yeah, we got to
Raj-
meet. I
yeah,
got to
Raj
meet him
on
after all these
FaceTime. It
years.
was really cool.
Most of those fans from that age have grown up.
Yeah, dude.
But he's still around Twitch, I suppose, and so
Yeah. So were you like playing RuneScape just as a serious hobby for a while before beginning to broadcast it?
yeah,
or-
I played. I started RuneScape in 2004. I was a
Wow.
huge RuneScape fan. Like I used to. I mean, I've had some shit. I've been through some shit in RuneScape. Like
Yeah?
I was at one point I was a prostitute.
Nice.
You learn so much about RuneScape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like
dude.
you learn so much about RuneScape. I mean, it taught me many life lessons. I learned how to type on my computer with
Yeah.
RuneScape.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Teaches you so much.
Like I said, I learned how to. I mean, I'm not a prostitute, and I never have had to use that knowledge to apply it to real life. But
It's useful
know,
to have, right? It's
yeah, it taught me to hustle.
Yes.
So
Learn how
what
to
was-
manage
what
money
was-
at the Grand Exchange.
Yeah.
So what was prostituting like on RuneScape?
Well, what you would do is you'd create a female character,
right?
and you'd dance for money or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there was people didn't know back then. And this was something that was really exclusive to me. Is there was a thriving gay community, and so I used to hit that market pretty hard and made quite millions of GP doing that.
So what did this gay community look like on RuneScape? Like, what does that actually mean? And
Rainbow party hats.
Yeah. It was. I mean, I don't even know. It was just.
was it like
They
was
were
it-
just male characters, They didn't really have many gay. Party hats and.
But was it contained into RuneScape, or was it like a forum where like the gay community would chat about RuneScape, or like was it all just
Honestly,
in-game?
I'm fucking with you. I was
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was never a
holy
gay
shit.
prostitute. in RuneScape.
gay prostitute
I was
RuneScape.
like,
I
Oh
was
my
trying to
God.
you were asking me too many details. I was like,
This is
I was
part-
never a
This
gay
could get-
prostitute.
This is
Either
part of
he's
your
full
character.
of shit or this is
Yeah.
very
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was never a gay prostitute. I was you learn about a lot of things. Like I said, prostitution. I lost my RuneScape. I learned about sex a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Used to take people up in the Varrock West
Yeah.
Bank and used to
Wait,
have
Jay,
sex.
you know about this?
I know about all this shit, man.
Yeah.
RuneScape
You lost your
wild.
virginity in RuneScape.
in RuneScape.
We had
yeah.
sex actually.
The
Yeah,
two of
me and
you?
Raj,
Yeah, we did, yeah.
That's how I found out about him.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize this
I was a
such
female.
reconnect.
He had no idea.
Yeah. And then I have to
Oh,
check
so
out
it
my
was
Twitch.
straight, dude. It was completely no homo.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
I mean, so yeah, RuneScape was what kicked off your career. Basically.
Yeah, it did, and I'm so thankful for it. I mean, they've been amazing. That whole community was amazing, and so I did that from 2013 all the way, I'd say about until 2017, roughly.
It makes sense, the transition that you made from RuneScape to what you're doing now, because you were very entertaining. You did the talent shows, like all of that sort of stuff. And
Oh,
it was-
thank you.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I never really even played the game. Like
Yeah.
I never played the game. I would just literally walk around, Varrock or Falador or whatever,
Arena.
and I would just bring people into TeamSpeak or
Yeah.
remember Ventrilo back then?
Oh, Ventura.
Yeah. So I used to bring them in and we would just chat
Yeah.
and talk and troll and do whatever,
Right.
So.
So it was really about community the whole time, and it was about interaction with like strangers on RuneScape
Yeah.
and seeing what fun you could make from all these internet people.
Because no disrespect to RuneScape, it's a fun game, but to watch, I feel like it's more. I think the personalities are what
Yeah.
make
I
it.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's a grindy game.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of looking at the same thing and clicking the same thing.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of the
no,
time.
absolutely. Yeah, so it's just like, how can I make clicking a freaking tree for,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
which is really smart because like RuneScape had a huge audience, but
Oh, yeah.
like obviously,
For sure.
and I'm sure a lot of them would just like to watch gameplay, but adding something else on top of it,
Yeah.
it was kind of similar for us. I mean, we always played like CS:GO, but
Yeah.
it was never,
Never
about
about the game.
CS:GO. It was
Yeah.
about jokes. It was about like
Yeah.
comedy and the CS:GO would get people to click on the video,
Yeah.
and then
It's the backdrop.
It's the backdrop for
Yeah.
something bigger, like entertainment, I guess.
Yeah.
Very
No,
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I did that for a few years, and then I went over and I started doing role playing and stuff on Twitch. So I did a little role playing. Had the character Rajj Patel in role playing servers, GTA role play, Arma
Right.
3 role play.
That's sick.
I did that for a period of time and had a great time doing that. Probably some of the most fun I ever had streaming was role playing. You know.
Right. Just playing characters and
Yeah, it was just a
Fucking with people.
blast. Improv and
Where did the Rajj Patel character come from?
So we have to go back a little bit.
Okay.
We'll go back. So 2013, before then, I grew up in a predominantly Indian community. And one of my best friends, still best friends to this day, we used to do prank calls. And my friend came up with the name Rajj Patel to do these prank calls with. And we would alternate doing this voice. And so he would start and we would do the prank calls and then I would go. And then I started taking that voice and I put it on the internet and I started trolling people in Ventrilos and TeamSpeak. And, you know, it caught on and people really, you know, thought it was fun. So I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep going with it.
keep going
you know?
with it. Yeah, of course. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right?
That's
Just-
right. So that's where it all came from. That's where it all started. That's where it was conceived.
Were you always outwardly Rajj? Did you ever break character when you were
Never.
first doing it?
No.
For years, I never broke character. I stayed in character.
I was convinced
Yeah.
that he was Indian.
Yeah.
Most people surely were convinced.
Yeah, no, there were plenty of people that were convinced. There was people to this day are still. I'm like, what do you? I don't do that at all anymore, you know. And there's still people. To
So
this
hard
day.
thing to shake. You know?
yeah,
Is this
no,
your,
it is.
It's your name.
Yeah, my Twitch channel's name is Rajj Patel, you know. But I did spell Raj incorrectly. It's not the Indian name. Raj with 2 J's is not how you spell it.
Yeah.
Raj with 2 J's is actually Irish.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So there's your loophole. In case
Yeah, it's a
anyone-
loophole. Yeah, just in case anybody.
You're not
is
Indian?
Rajj
Yeah,
supposed to
I'm
be spelled with an H?
No, I think it can be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's with 1 J. I think though.
Okay.
Typically 1 J. Raj, you know, R-A-J is like the typical spelling. Maybe it is spelled with 2 J's, but from what I understand, I don't know.
What is your fondest memory from like the RuneScape days? Do you have like a special moment like on the server or any kind of bit that? Well, maybe Jay was had in mind. I don't know.
What's your favorite?
Mine-
memory?
mine-
What's your fondest memory?
Well, I remember you were. I think you were walking around. It's gonna make no sense to people that don't play RuneScape. You were walking around the Camelot sort of area by the magic trees, and you had someone's mum in the call, and you were singing to her.
Oh yes, I did sing to somebody. That was my thing back then. For some reason, I always liked to bring people's mothers into it.
It was fucking hilarious.
And I think you're talking about the time when this guy's mom told me not to swear.
that was yeah.
He said, "Don't swear. Please don't swear."
Yeah.
And I sang Hallelujah and I improvised some song for her. And as the song built up to its climax, I just
Went off.
unloaded like a bunch of expletives. Yeah. And she ended up actually loving it. So he was, you know,
Right. So everyone won.
yeah, everybody was fine.
Awesome.
It's probably on YouTube somewhere.
For sure.
I think.
It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Were you watching that live back then?
Yeah.
You saw that live?
Yeah, 100%. I watched.
Damn.
I'm a big fan. Like,
That's so weird. to
it is
think
weird.
that there's still people out there that, you know.
It's sick.
Of course, man. I mean, if you have an audience, then you know.
I guess it's not. They're not dead. You know?
They haven't died yet.
Yeah,
You know?
you're
You're still
shoulder.
standing.
I'm still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I feel like is kind of one of the only ones out of all of us that really like was heavy into the Twitch community, like growing up.
No, I was massively into that. I was the people spamming in chat. Like
Yeah.
before the BTTV emotes, all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah, it's just spamming lines of shit. That was
Dude,
that was
it's the
me.
best. It's
Yeah.
the best chats, man. You got to spam lines of just whatever you want. Spam. I've always loved fast moving chats.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You know?
Raj fire.
Yeah. Oh God, I used to do that all the time. I used to take bonfire, you know, by knife party, and I used to like, I would cut out the bonfire, and I would do Raj fire. It's kind of cringe, but, you know.
It was
But you know,
awesome
hey, we were
time.
younger back then, you know.
It was a different time on the internet.
Yeah.
When did you transition from Raj the character to Raj the person online?
Raj, well, yeah, the Austin, the
Austin,
Raj,
yeah.
I started back in 2018. So this happens after the role play. I went, you know, I was kind of at a crossroads. I was like, you know, do I even have a future on Twitch? You know, I had about 1,000 viewers, you know, and I was 23, 24 years old. I was like, is this really what's going to, am I going to be able to sustain a future with this?
Right.
And so I went back to, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to RuneScape and I'm going to do what I used to do. So I got together and I started inviting people on my stream on video and stuff.
Yeah.
And then that progressed into sort of curating that into actual like shows.
Yeah. There were like debates, if I recall.
Yeah. So we
Debates.
have like we used to debate and argue and stuff. And so we
Yeah.
built a podcast around it
Yeah,
called the
that was
Rajj Royale podcast.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
was
like it's an elimination based, but based on the audience. So the audience votes
Huh.
for who they want to keep. And every round,
Yeah.
somebody gets eliminated by the audience, which is really cool. So
Were people surprised when you did your face reveal? Like, what was the
Oh, so-
reaction like?
I'm so
after?
sorry that the it's not linear.
Oh,
So
okay.
I actually did this is weird. I did a face reveal back in 2017, but
Right.
then I still continued to do the Rajj because people still wanted it. I still continued to do the
Yeah.
Rajj character.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay. So when you did reveal your face, and people, I presume most of them were under the impression that you were Indian. What was like the reaction there?
Well,
Was it-
actually, most people, I had like prepared people. I had dropped a bunch of hints, and so
okay.
nobody was really shocked by it.
okay. Right.
But they, it was a pretty, it was like a pretty. Everybody was really supportive, and
Nice.
nobody really. I was expecting.
I think people respected it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Were you nervous about revealing your face? Was that like a big
Oh,
step
dude,
for
I
you?
was
being-
terrified. I
Really?
was so terrified. I did a face reveal in Los Angeles actually,
Hmm.
and I did it in like some hotel near LAX, and I was so nervous, and
Why
I
were
was
you-
really awkward too on camera for the first time too.
What were you nervous about? Just like people not liking your face, or was it about
I
like
just-
being a public person all of
I
a
just
sudden?
don't know how to move on camera, like
Right.
what am I supposed to do? Like how am I supposed to move my face? And
Yeah.
just like sitting there and seeing them
Yeah.
looking at you, and it's just like that, I
So I
was
guess
terrified.
piercing gaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rajj, a little stare down.
Do you ever miss the old days?
I actually think that these are the best days right now.
Yeah.
That's a good way to be.
We're always living in the good old days, dude.
yeah,
that's
because
true.
I find that we always think of the past as better than it actually was.
Yeah.
Like the past, everybody tries to relive like my old RuneScape days, and those days. When you probably were in the days, they probably fucking sucked. If you were to compare them now, like they're much better now,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love what's happening now with the show. So, it progressed, from 2018 to, slowly but surely we curated into shows and started bringing on guests, and it started getting really popular.
When
Tell
was
us-
the first Rajla?
The first Rajler was January 2019.
And who was it with?
Slicker.
Oh, Slicker.
Slicker first.
Hey,
I just met
he
Slicker.
just got partnered.
Yeah,
did.
congratulations.
Congrats to
Congrats to
Slicker.
Slicker.
He's been looking for it for the longest time. It's been a meme on Twitch. on
Yeah,
Slicker.
so
great.
it's great because Slicker came on that show. This guy was making £7.25 an hour,
Yeah.
working as a guy at a cell phone shop.
Yeah.
And he comes on the show completely raw. And then what are we, like a year and a half later, and he's a Twitch partner with thousands of subs, sometimes 6,000 to 10,000 concurrent viewers. I mean, the guy has made a
Man.
career for himself. So.
It's
Killing it.
amazing.
Twitch can change people's lives for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And the thing about Twitch is that kind of anyone can make it as long as they
Yeah.
have like some kind of drive or something that people want to watch. It's such an
Yeah.
interesting platform to me.
Yeah,
It's very
absolutely.
spontaneous.
Tell me about Titty Tuesdays.
Oh, God.
Yes, I was gonna actually ask
Swagger.
the same thing.
God, no, it's just so I ran a show a long time ago on Twitch called Titty Tuesdays. And for the record, I've matured quite a bit since then.
Well,
but
what year was this?
This was like 2013.
yeah,
14.
guys. So yeah,
Yeah,
fuck you.
Titty Tuesdays. I call
It
it.
was
TT
before. It was
Tuesday.
before there was even like titty streamers.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
that was
it
even
was-
like a major thing.
we invented it,
He
actually.
set the trend.
Yeah,
Set
no.
the
So we had a
trend.
show called TT Tuesday, and honestly, it was a, for its time, it was actually really popular. Had about, I think at the time it peaked around 8,000 concurrent viewers,
Yeah.
and It was pretty popular, and I got banned from Twitch for it for 60 days because it was pretty raunchy, like really raunchy.
With a
not
name
something-
like that, dude, like Titty
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
Titty Tuesdays.
Couldn't have called it Tot Tuesdays. Or
No,
something
I
like
was
that.
I was going right for it.
You
I
might
wanted
as
it
well
direct
full
as
send
possible.
that.
Yeah, I full sended it.
Yeah.
So no, but I mean, some of those things I'm not really necessarily super proud of, really, anymore. But I mean,
I think those are still things to look back on and say,
Yeah.
wow, I grew.
Yeah, I learned a lot from it. Like that Twitch ban taught me so much. That experience, taught me so much. So I'm happy that it happened. And then I was able to learn and understand some of the things I was doing. Not only was it maybe not okay, but it was like it actually kind of held me back.
Yeah.
So
Well, what was really not okay about it, other than the fact that like Twitch has guidelines? Was it
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
you thought it was awesome?
like I don't think there's anything wrong with raunchy content or anything to be embarrassed about. Like so much of comedy is raunchy or out there or outlandish or weird. I feel like some of the best things kind of are.
Yeah,
what I
I mean, there was just moments in the show where it's like, it was just so raunchy that it was so low hanging that it was
Right.
just
I
like,
see. I
it's
see.
fucking stupid,
Yeah.
Like if it's raunchy and it's like creative, like your Nazi joke, that's not even
Yeah.
raunchy though.
No.
Well, explain the Nazi joke.
Oh, yeah,
because
sorry,
Swagger
I'll
had
put
a
that into
very
context.
successful.
Yeah, I was on
Rajj
the Rajj. There was this one streamer. Who was it? Little Allie?
Her
I
name's
think it
Little
was?
Allie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
She basically said, like, I'm really good at taking orders. I'll do whatever you tell me. And I said, wow, you'd make a really good Nazi,
Yeah.
which was fucking amazing.
Great.
Yeah,
joke.
and that's a
God.
good use of the joke, and I freaked out.
Yeah,
for some
yeah, he
reason.
freaks out. He's
'cause
like,
Ra-
whoa,
Raj's
you
the
can't
TOS
say
frog.
that.
I'm a
He's like,
TOS
"It's
frog, yeah."
It's TOS. And I was like, what? I can't say Nazi? And you're like, no, you can't do that. I was
Oh,
like,
why
yeah.
did I say
and,
that?
And, I said,
very
yeah,
funny.
man, Twitch mods can really be Nazis about it.
Yeah, and then so you kept clapping your hand. So little
Yeah.
context.
there was a bit with Casey Tron.
Yeah.
Every time I clapped my hands, that was her signal to hit a bong, and so she was constantly smoking throughout the entire.
Yep.
the
Was there a
entire
bong
episode.
count?
There was no bong count. I don't think.
It must have been over like 50 at least.
Yeah.
It was
So
insane.
what you didn't see, because I was off camera, is every time he'd clap his hand, I'd take a hit of my pen.
If I knew that, I wouldn't have been clapping so much.
Yeah, no, so
I didn't know you and Casey
He's giving
Tron
you a
were in
round of
some kind of
applause.
quantum entanglement.
No, so you kept clapping your hands, and I just kind of got into the rhythm, a little bit, and so I was really paranoid.
Yeah, dude.
So you said Nazi, and I had forgotten what had happened
You were-
preceded that moment.
You
so.
were so fucked towards the end, and I realized because you said like it was between Casey Tron and Mia Malkova for the winner, and
Did I pull a not? Did I pull a Steve Harvey?
yeah,
Yes.
dude. He literally messages me. He goes which one wins? I go which one? I go Mia Malkova, and he says like Mia Malkova wins, like 3 question marks, another 3 question marks, and I'm like yes, Mia Malkova wins, Casey Tron loses, and I'm typing this in DMs, and he goes and the winner is, and he goes Casey Tron, and then he just stops, and he's like no, Mia
Yeah, I didn't
wins.
take it back.
And the worst bit is, just before that, he goes, I don't want to Steve Harvey this.
Yeah, dude. It was hyping it
I
up.
completely set
It
it
was
up.
hyping it up as well.
My mind was working in that moment. It was whatever thought had gotten into it was the only thing I had remembered.
Don't say the wrong answer. Wait, what's the wrong answer?
Yeah.
Casey Tron. Yeah.
I said it. Yeah, it was, but it was a great show.
Yeah, yours
No, dude, it
was
was
very
fantastic. It went off like without a hitch. I just made the cut.
Yeah,
So,
you didn't. He didn't find the love of his life.
No.
Fitz
Yeah.
didn't either.
No.
dude,
But-
Mia said that she would have fucking changed it. She said if she had the option, she would have changed it.
You
And that's
still
a W.
lost.
It doesn't matter. It's still a W. Dude, I'm filming Shagger holes. Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
do.
dude.
We have Mia Malkova coming on the podcast literally tomorrow night. And
Yeah.
it's all because of the connection you guys
Chances
had.
are the Mia Malkova podcast will have come out before this
I
one.
imagine so. I imagine so.
So yeah,
Maybe they'll be back to back. Who knows?
maybe
That'd be
they will be
spicy.
back to
right.
back. They will be cool.
So the Rajj podcast is tonight.
The Rajj podcast is
Yeah,
tonight.
instead of
That's
so
right.
hers is coming before, but it's filmed
It's-
tomorrow.
we don't know what order
From
these
the
will be
future.
released.
We have
We're
no
literally just
idea.
in LA, just filming 2 podcasts a day, just like guess.
Yeah,
We
gotta use as
were
much
very-
out as
yeah,
possible.
We were very glad to have Rajj.
You guys are workhorses, you know that?
I don't think we are. We're very lazy. We're very scuffed.
Hey, speak for yourself.
We're sort of just like, I guess, trying to get as much work done around as much bullshit as possible. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah,
sort of,
our problem-solving skills are very, very good,
yes.
but our work skills are not.
And our skills of getting ourselves into problems are even better.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
absolutely.
As long as you can dig yourself out of a ditch
I
by
guess.
digging a bigger ditch, then yeah, it works.
It's all good. You'll
guess.
just worry about it tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
That's my
Then when you wake up, smoke, think about it, maybe sleep on it,
Yeah.
think about it tomorrow.
Just keep putting it off, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's healthy.
You hear that, guys? Keep putting it off.
Yeah.
You know?
Keep putting it off, guys.
Exactly.
Right.
Just keep
Keep putting it
procrastinating
on.
and listening to the Misfits podcast. Sponsored, as always, by GamerSubs.gg.
Gamer subs.
Get yourself some gamer energy.
You won't procrastinate
Free.
if you sync that
Hey,
shit, dude.
That's right.
Mason, what are you wearing? What is
What
that
are you wearing,
T-shirt?
buddy? What is that?
This is the United Nations.
You want to?
United
The
Nations.
Scuffed United Nations? You
Scuffed
mean
United
the merch
Nations.
that you can get at Scuffed.store?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
That's
Dude,
incredible.
that's incredible.
At Scuffed.
Can I have one of those T-shirts?
You absolutely
Of course.
can. We'll set you
thank
something.
we have a bunch in the other house for
Make
you.
sure they-
Do I have to go to
show the camera you
scuff.store?
flash
Can
it
I
a
get
bit.
it?
No, we can organize
Yeah.
it for you.
There you go.
But if you would like to get
Yeah.
one,
You know what?
Get up on the table. Get up on the
What
table.
are we doing over here? What's going
Show,
on?
show, yeah, there you go.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Careful.
Oh my god.
The table's plastic.
That table is probably about how much? Too much. Too much.
Marble.
With
Just for the
Break.
audio listeners who didn't see that, Mason just tried to stand on the coffee table in front of us, and he might have just broken it. I don't know. But,
Oh, yeah, that is
Oh,
fucking
Classic fresh crack there.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all right.
I mean, it's not.
It's all right.
cracked
It's
at
not
all.
real marble.
it's good.
It's all right. This isn't real. This isn't.
I'll tell you
this-
what. I know you're going to give me a Scuff shirt, but I will go to scuff.store for the experience.
Thank
That's
you.
smart.
That's
That's
what
smart.
I
I'm gonna
It's,
go through the
it's an
purchase.
incredible experience.
Because I think that that's part of the fun.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. You get to go on that site, look at all the high quality items before you get to put it on.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Frankly,
Raj-
it's insane.
Raj knows how to plug.
I do.
The sponsor.
Raj is gay, so he knows about fashion.
That's
he
right.
knows his
Well,
shit.
mostly gay.
Look what he's
Mostly
wearing,
gay.
dude.
I know. Look at this.
It's
Look
a
at this
fit.
He's
fashion
fucking,
statement.
dude.
It
How
does
many-
look great today.
Straight up fit, dude.
How many
Do you
people
like
can-
that? Denim on denim. It's a wrist.
It's-
Yeah,
It's
no, it
it's a
works.
risk,
It is a
but it's
risk.
working.
I like the wool collar.
yeah, I love that
I
too.
feel
Yeah,
like
dude.
the wool collar is what splits it up from feeling too denim-y.
That's what
Yeah.
it's what makes it more.
I'm happy it
palatable.
worked out.
It
got
did.
Did.
You know, I'm really not like I usually just kind of wear Adidas sweatpants, or in a sweatshirt. Every show I do, you always see me. You know, I always turn around and show my my ass a little bit, and then I
Squat for subs.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
squat for subs and stuff. But I'm pretty relaxed most of the time.
Yeah.
Right on. Maybe it's because of the weed.
That might be it.
Have you always been a big weed smoker? Or?
You know, contrary to popular belief, I'm really not too big of like I don't drink. I don't drink at all.
Fair.
But
fair.
more recently, I've gotten into weed a lot more.
Right.
Mm.
And so, but not always. First time I ever smoked weed, holy shit, I was fucking. My friend came over, my Indian friend, the same guy that taught me to.
How
do
old
the
were you?
I think I was 19.
Mm.
19 years old, and he's like, "Dude, come over."
Dude, my Indian friend peer pressured me to smoke weed for the first
Really?
time. Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Man, it always
Yeah.
happens like
the one
that.
you talked to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he, did you like? Well, anyway, so my first
Go you first.
Sorry,
bro.
okay.
You first.
So he takes me and we smoke out on a deck and we smoke out of a bong, and he is like, just take hits. So I take a few hits and I'm coughing and we smoke like a bowl.
Yeah.
And that's my first time smoking weed. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden it fucking hits me. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. You know, I'm like grabbing for things, you know, because, and so I ended up like being paranoid as hell. I
Yeah.
kicked him out of my house.
Was it just the two
Oh,
of you, or was
no.
it like a party
It
situation?
was just the two of us.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, you kicked him out of your house? You were that paranoid?
Yeah, I was that paranoid. He's like, dude, chill, just listen to music. Remember that song, Sail?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like big stoner music back then.
Yeah.
And,
Right. It's not a very calming song, though. I
no, I
guess.
was like, dude, you're fucking scaring the shit out of me.
Holy shit. Fuck
So,
that.
anyway, and then I took edibles one time.
No.
Edibles are the worst.
Oh, dude.
No, edibles are bad.
So this is my first time because I smoked it. I was like, oh, I didn't really like it. So I take.
Yeah, I'm
this
just gonna take edibles, which are 14 times more psychoactive.
yeah.
Fuck.
So from the same guy, like a little cookie this big. He's like, eat half of it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I eat half of it. I go jump in the front seat of my car. I'm driving along. I'm like, there's nothing hitting me. What's going on?
Why are
This
you
ain't shit.
driving?
Immediately driving.
What the fuck?
So
What the
because
fuck?
because they told me there was a delay. You had
Sure.
about an hour to get to hit you. So I drove about 10 minutes down the road to a friend's house. And maybe we should cut that.
No, we're keeping it
it's
in.
fine.
It's funny.
The timer counts.
So anyway, I drove about 10 minutes, and then we got in my friend's car. We were being responsible, you know. So my friend drove, who wasn't under the influence, and I was in the back of this van, And this was about an hour after I took the edible. And all of a sudden we were talking, and all of a sudden everybody just looked at me like this.
Really?
And I was like,
What, you're imagining this?
I was like, in silence, everybody looked at me.
They're just staring at
They're
you.
staring at me. I'm like,
I feel weird staring now.
I'm like, what the and they're like, dude, what did you just say? And I'm like, I don't know.
No, that's
I was
terrifying.
so fucked. And then all of a sudden it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't know where I was. Like I lost like all my spatial recognition. My body was like, I had like this incredible body high.
Half of an edible?
Half of an edible.
You must have been fucked, man.
I was fucked.
Oh my goodness.
And the next day I woke up and I was still high and decorated the whole house with Christmas decorations.
Shit.
Was it Christmas or were you just still high?
No, it was. It was. Yeah,
it was like July.
It's like July, like
It was, yeah.
I would pop the tree up.
It's like, fuck it, it'll look nice.
no, thankfully it was Christmas time, and
Oh,
so
good.
Very good.
Good.
Very
yeah,
good.
so I decked the halls and it was beautiful.
Oh, you were on
It
the
was
weed
jolly.
last night with Travis.
Oh, what? I was.
You-
Oh yeah,
yeah,
last night
yeah, you
Travis
were-
had some shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
For a little guy, the man can pack it down.
You can pack it. Travis
pack
loves to
down the
smoke. Travis
weed.
loves to smoke.
I love smoking with Travis.
Yes. Well, Travis is just adorable. He's kind of like the best smoking companion because he just makes you laugh, you know?
It's all good
Companion.
vibes,
and
dude.
he loves laughing as
He
well.
looks cozy and he just smiles all the time.
Yeah. Well, how did your night with Travis go? Like, what did he give you? What did he
Let
feed
me
you?
just tell you something. Travis is probably the cutest guy I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
He's just the
adorable.
cutest human being that I know.
He's
It's
adorable.
true.
He
He's
radiates
adorable.
good
You just want to
energy.
give him a hug.
Yeah.
You know?
Until he feeds you a dirty
Until
joint. And
he gave me something last night, and I took 2 hits of it. 2 hits. That's it.
Too puff.
And right now,
Too
you know, I
puff.
feel pretty comfortable smoking, and dude, it fucked me up.
yeah.
I had to hang in the back of the room, you know, the lunch club, and there was a bunch of, you know, Schlatt was there, and I had to hang back in the back of the room, and I was like, had to, you know,
Everyone just
kinda-
starts staring at you again.
Yeah.
What did you just say, bro? What did you just say, dude?
PTSD.
Now you guys are gonna use that to fuck with me every time I get stoned.
Oh, dude, it's happening.
That cough lozenge I gave you, that was an edible. You're about to.
It's LA.
That would be fucked if like you guys just gave
no.
people a cough lozenge or edible, and then in the middle of the
Could you
podcast it just
imagine?
hit them all of a sudden. You know,
Imagine like actually dosing somebody with edibles against their knowledge. That's illegal.
That is bad.
That's illegal and actually terrible. But if they had a good time, then you know.
Well, the closest thing that happened was that time in TwitchCon when I was told it was like 10, and it was
Yeah,
actually
that-
like 100, and I was just fucked up for like an
Some
entire
guy-
week.
100.
Some guy
Yeah.
gave him and Bucks 10 milligram, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, it's only 10 milligrams." They're like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They had one; it was a fucking 100.
Yeah.
100 milligrams.
I think what
Yeah.
didn't you eat like 3 or 4?
No, it was 100 total. But yeah, basically, we found out like an hour later, myself and my friend Bucks, who also consumed one of them.
Yeah.
And I remember just being downstairs with him, and we just looked at each other like, "What are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna die? Like we weren't high yet, but we were just expecting the onslaught, the paranoia.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But the truth is, I didn't actually really start feeling it until like the next morning when I
Yeah,
woke up.
you
and
were
I-
asleep.
and I had to I just woke up in a state. I'm like, what the fuck? And then
We were on a
someone came in my room like, yo, you have to get out of the room in 40 minutes. I'm like, okay,
What the fuck is going
got in
on?
the shower.
yeah.
got
We went
dressed.
on a party bus, and he was asleep the entire time. People were
Yeah.
drinking and smoking, and
Yeah,
You were
He was
just
kinda-
passed
he was
out.
cozy.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was like everyone was partying. There was really loud music. Everyone was dancing, having a good time. And then you see Fitz at the front of the bus just
I had a blanket.
Asleep,
I was just
curled up.
cozy, just
Yeah.
out of it, bro. I could not talk to anyone. If you want to see footage of that, you can check out our TwitchCon deleted scenes video or whatever it was called. The
Forgotten Moments.
Forgotten moments. That's right.
God,
Edibles
that's
are
such a great.
fucked.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Thank you,
I'm gonna
Raj.
go check that out.
I love your enthusiasm for that.
Thank you. No, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
He's not even subscribed.
In fact,
to
I'm
the
gonna go check this out.
Yeah?
Even though I'm here and I'm experiencing.
I think everyone should just check it out again after
Yeah.
they're done with it.
Yeah.
That sounds
rewatch
great.
this
Yes.
over again.
Maybe watch it on YouTube, then listen to it on Spotify,
Yeah.
then go to the Patreon, watch it there.
Okay.
And then you're done.
Okay.
You, you really do need to get the full experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
while you drink
Take it
some
all.
gamer subs.
Take it
Oh,
all.
And wear your Scuffs.store hoodie.
Okay, enough. We're taking it too far.
Like podcast.
Let's get everything.
I want to know about like what you think of the Twitch community, and I mean that more in terms of like what you think of the sort of circle of streamers. Like, what's it like being a part of like I don't know, the big Twitch guys. Like, what do you
Oh
think
man,
about
am I
it?
a big Twitch streamer?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you've been in the game a while.
Undeniably.
Like,
It's weird. I don't think of myself as a big streamer, but
I feel it differently. I feel like with YouTube, obviously there's plenty of YouTubers with over 1 million subs and plenty of people everywhere with audiences. And I guess the same is true for Twitch, but Twitch definitely feels like
It feels like more of a family.
more of a family, a little closer. Like everyone kind of knows
Yeah.
each other. Like once they get to a certain point.
yeah.
Like what is your experience being growing on it? What do you think of the site? Like what do you think of?
Well,
the
I mean,
people?
I've had a great. Twitch changed my life completely.
Yeah.
You know, like I was set to be like a software or some sales guy, probably. You know,
Right.
or an accountant or something like that.
Did you study before you got into this?
Yeah. So I've got a bachelor's degree.
And
Oh, you're educated.
Yeah, I'm educated.
we couldn't
What?
tell.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe. I cheated my way the
Yeah,
entire
normally
way.
gays
No, I'm just
aren't
kidding.
educated, right?
Is that what you're trying to say, Fitz? It's
Yeah,
homophobic?
well, okay,
Is this what this fucking bullshit is about? Fuck this shit. No, but
Did you have a job before Twitch?
I was a waiter.
Same.
I was a terrible employee.
Same.
Terrible employee. I'm so lucky that I'm so fortunate that I have this job. Is because I was a terrible employee.
What do you mean by that? How bad were you?
I mean, I was a waiter, and I just would. I was just rude. Because people were rude to me,
enough.
you know.
Right.
And people would be like, "This is disgusting," and I'd be like, "Oh, you want me to go back in the past and change it for you?" I just didn't. I started to get really
You're very
grumpy.
sassy.
Yeah, I was getting mad because it was.
Sassy gay waiter.
Yeah,
The ultimate final boss.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you're a waiter in America,
yeah.
and waiters in America get fucked,
Yeah, they
right?
get
'Cause
shit on.
It's like $2 an hour. or
Well,
something.
especially if they're not nice and they don't get tips, I suppose.
Yeah, right. And
That's
so-
your mistake, perhaps.
well, they weren't gonna tip me anyway, fuckers. They were
Right.
gonna tip me.
Damn.
But I was pretty nice, like I'd say, but like I had my limits where I was just terrible. I like people would you know, piss me off, and I wouldn't do anything like bad or anything.
Yeah.
I was just like I had a little bit of an attitude, you know.
Mm.
But like there was times when I forgot that I had like some family thing that I had to go to, and I'd like take off for the weekend. I just check my old voicemails, and it's like my boss is like, "Hey, where are you?" You know.
Just didn't show up.
I was
The work.
just a terrible employee.
Was it a fancy restaurant or?
It was pretty fancy. Yeah, it was a pretty upscale place.
Yeah, I had a similar. How long did you do it for?
I did it over the summer. You know, every time I come back from college,
Right.
I'd be a waiter. And
Yeah.
but you know, I was excited and enthusiastic. But like with any minimum wage job, I'm sure there's people out there that can relate. It just kind of you become just jaded. Is
Yeah.
that the right word?
Yeah, I mean, customer service I think is a rough.
It
It's
is.
a rough gig. Yeah, I mean, I worked as a waiter for a year in quite a nice restaurant. I remember it fondly because the good thing about having that job, and I was fresh out of uni, I was very young, like I didn't know where my life was going. But the good thing about that job is that once you're done, like you're done at the end of the day, and you can just go socialize or relax with your friends, and then you've still got to go back to work the next day, but like you don't carry home any responsibility. It's not like you have to think about like your waiting job, like or anything like that. So it's kind of like a carefree time for me, like I guess.
I agree with you. Like there's some things that like you always kind of when you're like younger and you always like want more and more and more.
Yeah.
You kind of do. I do reflect back on like the times when I didn't. I was young, just kind of. Well, I'm still young, but like like a teenager and just like didn't have any worries. Just all I had to do is focus on school. And my parents always told me, they're like, "Oh, this is the best times of your life. You're always gonna look back on these fondly." And then at the time I was like, "Oh, I want to grow up and have my own money and everything."
Yeah.
And now I'm like, "Damn, sometimes it feels nice to just maybe just not."
You just want to kind of recede. Yeah,
Exactly.
go back.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I love what I do anyway.
Yeah, I only had one experience at that job with like a really belligerent customer, and I think he just didn't like me for some reason.
It was me.
It was Toby.
it?
It's
Yeah.
like how we met.
Is that how you
Yeah.
met?
No, it was just this guy. I think I just maybe messed up his oyster order in the entree, and he was just having a bad day, and he just decided to just take it out
What
of
did
me.
he say?
I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was very insulting. Like he commented on my appearance. Like
What?
whenever I came back to the table, he was just like snappy with me, and I had to like go to my manager before the mains and just be like, I'm not comfortable.
I'm about to beat the shit out of this guy.
I'm not comfortable serving this guy.
What
Like,
did he go after with your appearance, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, he just told me like a tall, lanky fuck or something like that.
With
I'm
his
pretty
big
sure.
cock.
Yeah, like
Tall,
It's
fucking
not
handsome.
insulting.
it was quite
So
awkward for me.
fucking tall and handsome.
Tall,
Big
fucking
cock.
handsome.
I don't know
less
what he said.
genetics.
It was something, and it hurt my feelings at the time, and I don't know. I just had to get away from that table and someone else took it over for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can kind of get his point because being tall as a waiter was uncomfortable. I had to constantly
To
like
just loom over people who are sitting
I just
down.
wouldn't hear what they were saying to me because they're all the way down there. And if I'm walking
Yeah.
past, I'm just like, I can't fucking hear it.
I remember going to his restaurant once, and
I feel
he
so
had to crouch down for everyone.
Yeah, I kind of learned the technique to kind of like squat down and like
Yeah.
get a little more intimate with the table.
Did the girls give you numbers ever? Did you ever get numbers?
No, dude, I got no numbers as a waiter for
Really?
any of the customers.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Because I was ugly.
and gay.
Still ugly. And gay. Girls know, you know. Girls
Yeah.
know. when
They
you're
probably
gay.
thought I was gay as well. you know.
Probably.
The fun thing about being a waiter is that every table you can kind of be a different person at. You can kind of like put on a different show. You should have tried out some of your Rajj material at the
I should have.
table.
Yeah.
You just,
I'm sure that would have played really well with the guests.
Yeah.
like sometimes like especially towards the end of my waiting job when like I kind of knew that YouTube was taking off and I was slowly losing hours, I would just fuck around with tables. And one table I would be a British accent and then like I'll turn around and be American like at the next one and
That's
stuff.
so sick.
And just like
Damn,
fuck with them.
I never really had like I never knew when the job was gonna end.
Yeah.
Cause like I went back to school and then I just didn't come back the next summer so I didn't want to like burn my bridge, you know, too badly.
Right.
But yeah, it was an experience, and I respect the hell out of people in service industry.
Yes.
because of it.
Yeah. I mean,
For sure.
I mean, I was
Especially,
never
yeah.
rude to service people before, but now I'm even more conscious of like, okay, and like people don't understand like the totem pole. Like, why are you taking it out on the waiter
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
waiter didn't cook the food?
Very true.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
if the cook made a mistake, people make mistakes. You
Yeah,
know, like come on, give
exactly.
them a break.
You definitely have that newfound appreciation for people in the service industry when you've been there,
Absolutely.
right? Anyway, I asked you about Twitch, and then we're talking
Sorry,
about being a waiter.
Sidetrack.
On a sidetrack there. Yeah, like how do you feel about this? Have you always had a very positive relationship with Twitch? Has it ever like? I feel like Twitch can be such a stressful place sometimes, especially as someone who's new to it. Like it's kind of anxiety inducing getting in front of all
Yeah.
those people every day and having to like, keep a stream going.
Yeah.
You ever like struggled with that or?
Yeah, I mean, well, should I start with the relationship with Twitch part?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so like my relationship with Twitch has always been pretty positive, I'd say. You know, they had to put me in my place when they banned me 60 days, you know. They had
That's
to
a long time too.
It was a
Damn.
severe punishment.
What did you do during that ban?
I was like it was like a period of self-reflection and like the idea that everything that you work so hard for and love so much could be ripped away from you.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to like I could have been banned permanently.
Wow.
I could have banned I could have had my partnership taken away.
Yeah.
And
Wait, so you didn't actually know it was 60 days until the 60 days was over? It wasn't like
No, they told me it was
Oh,
60 days.
okay.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I was thankful that I wasn't, but like that idea that everything was like on edge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because like I got this call that I was banned like at 3:00 in the morning.
Fuck that.
that.
Yeah,
the
like
worst.
waking up. It was like the most terrifying thing. And like I'm like, hey, and the guy, my partnership guy at the time was like, hey man, I can't do anything. This is above me. You're done, sort of thing. Like that was the sort of thing he's gonna try.
Wow.
And to this day, he stuck his neck out for me. And because he did that, I got a second chance. And I haven't had an infraction since. And so that's why I'm like a TOS guy, is because
Yeah.
I'm so, and maybe I'm over the top sometimes.
No, I understand.
You
I think
know.
it made the bit funnier.
No, I'm not going back to the bit. I was like, I understand like when I'm over the top and stuff, but
I think it's good to be TOS guy.
you think so?
I suck at it.
Yeah.
I suck at
You're
it
just
though,
being- you're
because
just
I'm
being
very,
mindful.
I'm very vulgar,
Yeah.
like with my wording and shit.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been banned for, Mason? What's
Oh,
your like, little history
God.
there?
I've been banned like 5 times now.
No, it was like
But-
Being Australian.
But it wasn't,
yeah.
it wasn't all my fault. Like,
no, one was you were playing Arma and someone started screaming the N word, and then you started yelling, "Shut the fuck up!" like yelling it into your mic just to try to cover up the N word.
yeah.
And then you ended the stream, then you got banned for it. I think it was like what?
I think it was for hate speech though.
Yeah, dude, but that's bullshit because like you weren't fucking saying it. You were trying to run away.
I've
The guy
been
was
banned for
following you.
hate speech like 3 times, I think.
Yeah, and I think you said what? You said
The F word.
The
Yeah.
F word a couple times.
Yeah.
The F word a
Yeah.
couple times.
Any N-word bans?
No,
No
I've
N-word
never
bans.
said it. No.
like a British
I'm
cigarette.
looking at you. Well, he said the F word and we look in solidarity.
Yeah, but yeah.
God, well, I hope people know that like I'm mostly gay, so like people don't think that I was like fucking.
Yeah, and I mean, lesbians are technically faggots, right?
Nah, surely
And
not.
that's going on a T-shirt, I'm sure. That should be a presidential
Lesbians are
tagline.
surely faggots, right?
Lesbians are faggots too.
You heard it from us, not from Raj.
Yeah, I didn't
Twitch,
know.
not from
He's
Raj.
just I don't even know what you're talking about.
He doesn't even know what that
I didn't
word
even hear
means,
that.
guys.
Where's that pen? Where's that?
I got you. Raj wants the weed pen again.
I do. I
Are you
got
getting
it.
nervous?
Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty relaxed.
That's
You
good.
know what? I don't know where it is.
No.
I don't know where the
No.
wing
No.
is,
It's a
Raj.
pin hunt.
Oh no! Oh,
bitch.
Here you go.
Oh,
Wonderful.
thank you.
Saved.
That was close. Yeah, rip it right into the mic.
Wow.
Wow.
The audience probably just got like
You got a
third-party
second,
high
a
there.
secondhand smoke.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly.
Was there a meme about you having a Lamborghini for a while?
There's still a meme about
There's
me.
still a
having
meme about you having.
Do
Wait,
you
you
have
have
a
a Lamborghini?
Yeah, we just drove here in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry,
Crazy.
sorry.
So not a
yeah,
meme anymore.
Yeah, no, but there was the meme that started and then
Yeah, and then I bought one.
yeah.
Or 3. No, I'm just kidding. No. So there's a meme that everybody called me Lambo Patel or something like that. That's what they call me. And there's this meme that I own a Lamborghini. And
How did that start?
God, I don't even know.
Is it just because you were successful, so they thought, oh,
Like, do you talk about cars? Do you
No,
like cars?
I don't
Okay.
talk about cars very much at all. I just think that like people thought that because I run this big Twitch show, and I think people think that I make millions of dollars.
Raj.
Yeah, when in reality he makes trillions.
Yes.
Raj started the rumor so everyone would think he's rich.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, that's when I started it. No, but so, I don't know who started. I think it was Hassan Piker. That son of a bitch.
Fucker. Hassan Piker.
Yeah, no, Hassan Piker, really good friend of mine, by the way. But he started this this meme, Lambo Patel, like this idea that like I'm this out of touch capitalist sort of thing, sort of thing. And so that's how it started. And people, I think, legitimately believe I have a Lamborghini. So actually, I don't. I drive a Toyota Camry with a twin turbo V8 with 450 horsepower.
Would you like a Lamborghini?
Damn.
Do you think you would ever actually unironically buy one? Let's say you have like $4 million in your bank account tomorrow.
Hold on, Camrys don't fucking come stock like that.
I don't know about cars, man.
Wait, what did you say?
I was just like,
Damn. No, I don't. I don't
no
have a
idea
car
about
like that.
cars.
No,
I'm
no.
not a car guy.
What
I
was
don't have my
what were you saying?
license.
Well, I was saying if you had like a few million dollars just hit your bank account tomorrow, would you like a Lamborghini? Is that something you could see yourself purchasing?
I don't think so.
Tesla.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd probably stay pretty modest in my car choices. Like, I'd like probably like an upper end model of some sort, like an upper end BMW, upper end Mercedes, Tesla, maybe, something like that. But never would I like probably go do a Lamborghini. I don't think.
Toby just gave you a dirty look. 'Cause
You think it's wrong of me
Oh,
not to get?
no, of course not.
You have a
I'm just a
Lamborghini?
massive car douche. I want people to stare at me.
Really? Do you have a nice car?
No,
What kind of car do you
I'm
got?
extremely poor.
What?
He's got a gold
You guys
car.
not paying him? What's that?
No, I just
Not
am
enough.
terrible with money.
yes.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
Are you wearing the shoes?
What shoes?
The boots. The
Toby
Gucci
loves
boots.
buying clothes. You've always just kind of enjoyed buying things, I guess, in general.
I actually used to get angry with my mum for buying me expensive clothes.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this is such a dumb purchase. Why are you buying me these things? And now I'm like, yeah, I spent 10 times more than you did, Mum. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
I don't like spending money on clothes. This is actually relative. This is all really inexpensive. Like, are we allowed to talk about brands?
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
It's literally like Buckle, American Eagle, Buckle, H&M. Like
Right.
they're really inexpensive. Like, this shirt's probably $10.
It just goes to show you that you don't need money to have style.
No,
That's-
You could be broke, dirt poor like Raj Patel,
Yeah.
and you could still look
For the
good,
record,
guys.
I don't have style. I found this outfit. I won the lottery. I put like in my closet lottery. I picked this out. It looked fantastic. I'm gonna wear this down. Like you're gonna see me in this probably repeatedly.
Yeah, it's gonna be your anime uniform.
Yeah, it's gonna be my uniform, and then it's gonna get. Then I'm gonna, I really don't have a good fashion sense because there's people that'll like wear this one day and then like be in some like really cool outfit the next day, and I'm not like that. I don't know how
It's
to
like
do that.
Cryos.
Yeah,
He's got a sewing machine. He just
Yeah.
stitches shit together.
Yeah, people know how
Yeah,
to do that. I
actually.
don't.
Yeah.
Well, some people it's just a hobby, you know. I think it takes like a lot to daily put effort into your outfits.
Yeah.
I try, but most
Well,
of
You look
See-
fantastic, Fitz. You know that.
Thanks.
It's
Raj.
the thing is like if you
Trying to
can
get the-
build up a wardrobe, you can do it pretty easily. Like you can build a nice outfit pretty easily, but
Yeah.
to build something like crazy every day,
Yeah.
that's the people that it's like very impressive.
People who want to push the barrier. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Takes a lot of work.
What do you do for fun, Raj? Like, what are your
God, man,
hobbies?
that's a good fucking question.
Thank you.
Other than
Thank
crack.
you. God, you're such a great
Raj is
host.
definitely trying to get in my pants, guys.
I told myself I wasn't gonna hit on Fitz through the whole show. And it's just honestly, it must be the weed. The sexual tension is just way too high. I got to keep it professional. I'm so sorry.
Just bouncing off of that before we get into what you like to do for fun, besides hitting on me, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our little moment in Boston at the karaoke bar, because we haven't even talked about anything from.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta,
that's right.
That was Pog.
So Fitz and I, we have a past.
We have some history.
We do have some history, and so it all came to a head in Boston, where
Magical
we
city.
launched our music career.
That's right.
And they called our name, and we were prepared for the moment. It was a big stage at that.
Thousands of people.
Some people.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Yep. No,
Hundreds
we're
of thousands.
We were at a karaoke bar with like maybe 10 other people there.
well, what happened was we sort of. I was expecting it to be a very small, casual dinner of like mostly just the core group and maybe like a couple other people. Just gonna get like a quick bite to eat. I was very cozy and extremely high going to this dinner, like way too high for
You
like.
were gone.
And I walked in and there's like a table of like 30 people, like lunch club
So
were there,
many
and so many
people,
people,
man.
and Rajj came along and
Yeah.
and but like so I was kind of like weirded out at first and a little uncomfortable, but then I got into dinner and had a couple of drinks and things were going well, and Rajj was sending me looks from down the table, and I was like, okay,
I
well.
slipped him a couple.
And as the night progressed, people were swapping seats, and this like all of a sudden we didn't even know that it was a karaoke bar. And
Yeah, we had
me
no
and-
idea. He just started singing.
this guy just started
Yeah.
like DJing songs and inviting people to go up and do karaoke. And Mason and Jay went up for you guys.
They were our opening act.
That's
yeah,
right.
we went up first. We were extremely drunk.
Yeah.
And me and Mason went up and sung "I Want It That Way." What is it? That's what it's
I
called, right? I Want It That Way.
Or that way, maybe.
By the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful performance.
It
Mason,
was
how'd you feel?
absolutely Fantastic.
I hate singing, but
But he did a
whatever.
good job. He did a good
I
job.
tried, so
You were
that's
just
what
fucked
matters.
up enough to
Yeah.
get up there. And do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And you full sent it. You did a good job.
It was fantastic.
It was. And you did another song as well, didn't you?
Venga
Oh,
Boys.
God, that one was a bit awkward because I'm pretty sure no one was listening. And it was just us.
Well, it was like our massive table, and then there's kind of like a few drunk boomers in this.
Yeah.
Such a
It
hype
was
song,
pretty
but
great.
such a letdown crowd. Except
Yeah.
for all you guys. You guys,
Yeah,
were
you
the
guys
only
were
ones.
Oh, we were clapping and
doing a decent
supporting.
job.
Like the whole table was.
No, I
geeking.
think they're talking about our performance.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Our performance. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
I was thinking, there's no way in hell I'm getting up there and
Yeah.
singing a song. There's no way. But then I don't know if it was you who asked me or if someone was like, you and Raj should do a song. But
Yeah.
So
I instantly knew when
Jay was trying to convince Raj to get
I was
up.
pestering Raj. I was like,
and
I know
Raj
you
said,
can sing.
I'll
I know
get
you
up
can
if
sing.
Fitz gets up.
That's right.
Yeah.
You said, I'll get up. And I said, well, how could I possibly, refuse this great offer, this honor? And we're thinking like, okay, what are we going to sing? Like, what's a good song? And then I think like, Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John. Great song, especially for a duet because it kind of like, don't go breaking my heart. And then like,
How couldn't if I tried?
so it bounces back and forth. So
Yeah.
it was. I was a bit nervous. I was looking up the lyrics on my phone. We were going over it together, doing a little rehearsal at the table, and then the moment came. Her name was called.
And we did really, really well.
I
thought it was
think
You
good.
did amazing.
You guys
Yeah.
did do amazing.
I mean, I looked back at the story and I was like, man, I look fucking awkward. But like, I was genuinely pretty confident up there. It's like, just like vibing, like, just don't
Yeah,
go
you
breaking
guys are
my
killing
heart.
What's funny is I went to check Twitter afterwards,
Yeah,
and how tall? You're like 6.
I'm like 6'6".
You're like
Like
6'6",
9
right?
Yeah.
And so everybody on Twitter was like, "Raj is so short."
Yeah, welcome to my world. dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Cam.
Sorry.
Yeah, and he's like,
sorry.
and I'm like, dude, you realize this guy is like 6'8", and you were wearing heels.
I think I was wearing boots.
Yeah, dude,
You
you
were
wear
in
the
boots.
boots
Yeah.
too. Why?
I just like to add to the ego. I don't know.
Yeah, so you were like 6'8", 6'9". So and I'm
They're not that big heels.
Pushing 7 foot.
You were 7 feet 2 inches tall, and I was wearing, I was just wearing my normal stuff, and I standing next to you, I'm 5'9", so you were like virtually a foot taller than me, and I'm average height, but like
It was adorable. It was adorable. It was just a moment. We were riffing, off each other, singing this beautiful Elton John song.
Yeah.
And honestly, when it was over, I felt both extreme happiness and pride, but I also felt sad because the moment had passed.
Yeah.
But you know what, Fitz? There's gonna be a lot of moments, like that.
Okay,
So
good.
cute.
Future. Sorry.
Every time Raj's in town, it's just karaoke.
Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously, we're just fucking around and overplaying the story. But it was
Yeah,
a very
no,
fun night.
it
It was
was
a fun
fun.
night.
It was an aggressive love
I'm not
triangle
gay.
here.
I'm not gay, guys. Like,
no homo,
I don't know if
bro.
you've
I'm a
noticed.
straight male.
Fitz and Raj love each other, clearly.
Yeah,
But
like as
every
bros.
every time they talk about it on Twitter, I like to swoop in and show
Yeah.
a huge barrel of lube to Raj. just to keep his options open.
And then I tell you, you might need another barrel.
Toby is constantly undermining my attempts at flirting with Raj on Twitter.
Well,
and
it's
I can't
because
stand it.
I want him.
Okay,
oh my
well,
God.
I want to be on Raj's Rajla, and I'm going to win.
Well,
Oh my God,
you'll be
there's so
pleased-
much sexual tension here.
You'll be pleased to know, Toby, that mine and Raj's relationship is strictly personal as we are trying to pursue this music career.
Yeah.
together,
Okay.
so-
We're very professional.
It doesn't seem like it.
Well, we're working on it.
You can't be professional off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you do for fun besides
What
karaoke?
do I do for fun?
What are you gonna say, Mace?
No, I was just gonna ask who you want to see like in the future on Rajula. Like,
Oh man, that's a good
who
one.
who could you
Very
like? Who do you want?
Who would be like your number one guest? Like that maybe even like a mainstream
I'm
celebrity.
gonna
if
be
you could get
honest
them
with
on.
you. I really want a gay Rajtular. And I think who none other the best gay Rajtular I think that I could think of would be James Charles.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Pop,
That would be
He's
insane.
looking for someone.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. He's
Interesting.
well, he's
He's public about the fact that he's on Tinder and stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to date, trying to find a soulmate. I met him today.
You ran into him today.
I
You
ran
did.
into him this morning.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think that there's a big shortage of. Well, how was that? Sorry, I just interrupted.
No,
your
it's okay.
moment.
There's a big shortage of what?
No.
How are you? What was that?
I'm such a
was
selfish
just
asshole.
calling
You know
you
that?
short.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, I
fuck
see
you,
that.
my show. Here, let's bring it back.
I think
No.
Raj said too much of the pen.
James, James is good.
You
I
just
ran
brush
it-
over the fact that you met James Charles. No, go ahead.
I had
tell
to go to a shoot at some warehouse this morning. It was like an interview kind of thing. And on the way out, someone goes, "Hey, this is James Charles." And I was like, "Oh, can I meet him?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure. Here, we'll bring you out front." And then I go out front. I'm leaving, and I see him. I'm like, "Oh, hey, James." And he's like, "Oh, hi. How are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm great, man. How are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm great. Yeah. Oh, yeah."
I love the voice. I love the voice.
I was like, "Yeah, man, we played a Minecraft Mondays." Like, "Oh yeah, Minecraft Mondays. Yeah. That was so much fun. I had such a good time."
What's with the yeah?
Dude, it's like the whole Yas Queen Slake type
I
beat.
see.
It was, but no, he was really good. He took some pictures, chatted some shit, and yeah, now he follows me on Twitter.
Yeah,
Hell
well, you
yeah.
tweeted it out today. Like,
Yeah,
what was the
I tweeted
caption?
it out. It was met this cutie in L.A. Heart eye emoji. Didn't get her at though. Twitter, do your thing.
Very funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
That's a good tweet.
No, that dude, he was very cool, and he looks really good in person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
no,
beautiful, isn't
Dude,
he?
he's so
Yes.
beautiful. It's fucking crazy.
So,
No homo.
oh yeah, thanks for
Look,
clarifying.
I like women, but I would.
Thank God he said that. God, I thought you were gay, dude.
I was about to read a
It
comment.
was a close call.
Dude, we might have had to cut that out.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, dude.
Never let that happen again. Where you let
dude,
it hang
I
for
almost
that long.
I almost slipped, bro. I almost
Holy
slipped.
shit. Oh God. All right.
Anyway,
Anyway, there's a big shortage of gay dating shows.
Yeah.
And I think they'd be awesome. I think it'd be awesome to have a gay dating show.
That'd be awesome.
And a gay Raj.
A gating show.
A gating show.
Oh my god.
That's right. I'd love to welcome him on. So maybe one day it'll happen.
are there
sick.
many big Twitch streamers that are gay? I'm trying to think. Like,
There, Dan's gaming.
God, I hope not.
Toby was just saying before the podcast how it's impossible for him to get banned, but he might be pushing it.
Yeah.
No. There's got to be.
And I would consider myself, by the way, mostly gay. I think people just call me gay because I'm so homoerotic.
Right.
You know.
Of course.
Well,
Naturally.
Naturally. I think
Levy, I totally understand.
I'm just so like I literally probably exclusively talk about men
Dick and balls,
mostly.
yeah.
Dick and balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as far as sexuality goes, I feel like most people that are open to it are mostly one thing.
Yeah.
Like I say that I'm into women, but if I was really into a dude, yeah, I would.
It's
totally be
a
open
gray
to that.
area.
Yeah.
And it's not like all. Yeah.
Right.
There's still a chance.
Get your fucking eyes off of my.
Right. What's your dick and ball preference?
Oh my God, this is an interesting question.
You like balls
They
and-
told me they warned me about you, Swagger. They said that you would go into detail about this kind of stuff.
I'm a curious man.
Okay.
Curious George.
What is my dick and ball?
Your dick and
preference?
ball
What kind
preference?
of cock and balls do you like?
That's an interesting question. I don't really know. I think that something aesthetically pleasing, something that has the proper dimensions. you know?
Hairy?
What?
Hairy?
No, preferably not.
Perfectly bald?
Not
Slight
perfectly
curve.
bald. I
A
think.
little bit of stubble.
Yeah, I think to some degree we have to retain our,
But surely no hair growing up the shaft, right?
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
know that kangaroos' balls are in front of their The penis.
What?
We just learned this today. We just did a podcast with Cody Coe and Noel Miller. God bless them. And
What the hell was
we also ended the podcast talking about penises and kangaroo penises. In fact, apparently the kangaroo's dick sits behind the ball sack.
Really?
So the ball
Yeah.
sack just sits on the front.
I didn't even know kangaroos had penises. To be honest.
Weird as fuck.
Well, animals, I know it sounds crazy, but they do this thing where they reproduce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to have sex in order
No.
to do it. I know.
Imagine a
what?
kangaroo asexually reproduced and just grows out of the pouch.
Well, I mean, I thought that they had like there's some penises like fish penises, or there's like this one. I think it's a duck or
A duck.
a duck penis.
Duck
it's like
penis.
it's a cork penis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
because
just
the-
talked about
just
this.
talking about
duck penises.
Yeah, dude, the duck vagina is like a labyrinth that
Because ducks are
it's like a
rapists.
maze. So ducks have evolved their cocks to rape.
Okay.
What?
Genuinely.
So
Pretty fucked up.
How does it work? Does it just like
I don't know. I haven't watched the video. I'm not that
you
curious.
haven't watched duck porn?
No, no.
Really?
Not really into that either.
Duck, duck, go,
When
dude.
did you find out that you were into men? Like, or
God,
what?
that's a great question.
When he laid eyes on you, Finn.
God. Should we
Right
just
now.
leave?
There needs to be a meme where it's just, God, that was a great question.
Surely end on penis talk.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I think it's just like a journey. I think you just kind of there's little signals through your childhood, you know, and like growing up, and you just kind of find out slowly but surely through exploring that that's what you like, and that's just what happens.
I read the signals wrong.
Really?
I read everyone else's signals where they were like, "You're gay, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And took that and was like, "Oh, I must be gay, right?"
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Really?
Yeah, made out with a dude, didn't like it.
Really?
Wasn't fun.
Well, you should
I
try it
didn't even know
again.
you made out with a dude.
I've heard this story.
Did you not like it, Cam?
Yeah, well, I was asleep.
What?
It's a joke. I don't know. Did you find out in high school or was it after high school?
I was college, honestly.
Right. Right.
College, like I just like wasn't interested in like swiping on girls on Tinder, and I was bored with it. And yeah, so I was just like, I'm done. And so I just switched over to guys, and I've been that way
And
for
that's when we met.
yeah,
That's when
that's
you met.
right.
Wow.
That's right. And then
yeah.
he was so sick of me, he went to
Went to women.
yeah,
Decided to actually become one just to spite you.
yeah.
I just wanted to get as far away from Raj as possible, and I thought becoming a woman probably does that. Even though Raj, you're friends with a huge amount of women on Twitch.
Yeah, I have a lot
Yeah.
of women, female friends. Yeah, absolutely. But I think it actually helps because I'm not really like I'm attracted to women, of course. Like I've been with women before, but like I think it helps that I'm not attracted. You know, I work with so many female content creators, and I think that that's like an advantage that you know. And
Keeps it platonic.
not only that, but I have a rule that I work platonically, except with Fitz, platonically with all people, all people that I work with, you know, because I think it's important not to mix, you know, what do they
Pleasure in
call it?
business.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I think I think it's wrong too, you know.
What do you think about this new trend on Twitch, in Twitch chats, where people are saying simp?
Oh, yeah. I
What do
love
you
that.
think about the word simp?
Was simp actually invented for Twitch or was it?
No.
No,
Simp is an old acronym.
Oh, okay.
It stands for suckers idolizing mediocre pussy. So it's like somebody who would put themselves beneath a woman in hopes of getting some poon.
What about suckers idolizing man pussy?
Mediocre penis.
Mediocre penis.
So I think that simping. I'm gonna quote my friend Soda Pop in here. Simping's the new meta on Twitch.
It's a new cuck.
It's like the cool thing to do now. You know,
Well, I was
What, to
farming-
simp or to be simp?
to like simp a little bit, like you know, like simping. And God, people aren't. This is a controversial take here,
Yeah,
but I think simping in reality isn't cool. But like the meme is cool and fun to do. It's like fun to do. Like I simp over Pokemon all the time.
I
I,
had,
call her my queen.
I had like a 2-month period last year where I farmed simp content over Pokemon. It was one of my best months ever on Twitch.
Yeah.
God bless Pokemon.
Yeah. No, seriously, I'm a big Pokemon simp. And I actually, God, I don't want to like.
it's such an insult to the woman as well because it's calling their pussy mediocre.
You know, it's just the meme.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just
of course
the
it's just a meme.
Yeah, I don't think people
reality-
even know what the acronym stands for. mostly.
Many people
Well, I
don't.
just learned it, so
Yeah.
I like it. It's better than like the alternative, you know.
Well,
like
the other
for
one
you.
was cuck, and cuck
Yeah.
was just like way too negative a connotation.
Well, cuck's like slightly different because that's like watching
Watching your
your
girlfriend,
partner get fucked.
Yeah.
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 But-
Which, you know. Hey, it's not bad if you tried it.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah, I watch
whatever.
Fitz fuck all the time.
Oh, dude. No, I'm not a cuck. I'm not a cuck. I don't
Let's just
think.
be very clear about that.
Why
Not a
I,
cuck.
I did
No,
ask
I'm
you what your hobbies were earlier, and I think I've just found out.
Yeah,
Raj.
we
Man,
haven't even gotten to my hobbies, have I?
Well, you don't have to cover them. You know, it's like,
What
do you have hobbies?
I'm
Dressing
a big.
up as Spider-Man.
No, that's not really one of my hobbies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
Wrong one.
Well, this is uncomfortable.
Like, what do you do for fun? Like to unwind after a stressful day hosting the Raj Patel
I
Show?
smoke weed and eat.
Relatable.
When I start to think about it, like people ask me, "What are your hobbies?" I start to think about it. I don't have any fucking hobbies.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Get a metal detector,
I'm
like all
a-
the other old people.
Yeah, I should do that. Are you calling me old?
No, of course not, Raj. Of course not.
I mean,
But I just realized I am a boring son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Surely not.
Here comes the midlife crisis.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
go out
dude,
tomorrow
I'm-
and actually buy the Lambo.
I'm balding.
You're
I have a lot
not
of
balding.
Twitch
You're
streams
not.
lately.
I am.
Are you insane?
It's like a Twitch meme. Like all streamers are malding. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I'm molding. You're molding.
People said you're malding.
Yes.
Do you think your hairline's receding?
Yes.
It's not.
It definitely is.
Look at-
100. Like, look, it's
Dude,
definitely.
Fitz, it's not.
It's
Look at
nothing to
mine.
worry about
Look
yet.
at mine.
Yours is what? We're just two guys just being paranoid about
hitting
your
on me?
hairlines.
The sexual tension right now. Is
I'm ending the
crazy.
show. It's been an hour. Is there anything that you would like to bring up or plug or talk about before we wrap things up here?
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitter, twitter.com/RajOfficial with 2 J's. The Raj Show is live at twitch.tv/RAJJPATEL, where a lot of these people here, and we have a couple that still need to be on the show. If you,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I don't think I'm ready.
You've been on the show before.
yeah,
But-
but I'm not ready to have my own.
Give it time.
I
You'll
need
get
to
there.
Grow
Give it
some
time.
hair, get a bit more, of a boost.
But yeah, look, I also want to say, I hope I have a little bit of time. It's been an honor to be here, and thank you for welcoming me on. And you guys are really awesome to hang out with. I hope everybody knows that you guys are really cool to hang out
Fuck
with.
Thanks.
Same
Can
to
I
you,
ask-
dude.
Man,
Same to
seriously.
you.
It's been very fun
Thank
getting
you.
to know
Appreciate
you.
it.
Can I
Glad
ask
we're
one
buds
more
now.
question, Fitz?
Go for it.
How do you choose the women that are on the Raj show?
That's a good question. I think we try to build a cast around, we try to build a cast that's like personal to whoever. So if Swagger's going to come on, we're going to build a cast to his preferences, as well as bringing on some notorious characters that are going to be able to drive some interesting content. So it's a combination of things, but we really try to build like sort of something that's relative to the person, so we can like build sort of a narrative.
Where
with
do
it.
they come from?
The
Like-
ground. I crawl out of little molehills. And
Like,
Just chatting, really, mostly.
so you
honestly.
just like find them on Twitch?
Yeah, so we have people that recruit for the show, and they've been found through just chatting also. And we look for not just women, men, trans women, we don't discriminate at all. So there's like we have an application sheet too that people fill out too. So
right on.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Well, there you have it, guys. Kick W's in the chat.
yeah,
This has been Raj Patel
Yeah.
on the Misfits podcast, and we'll see you guys next
Hey,
week.
thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. Love ya.
Bye.